I tried with my hair today, but every time I try, it doesn't like style. I realize now that this part of my head's not even really in the shot when I look at the monitor, but I tried to tease this little part of my hair to at least, you know, make it look like it's doing something, because it's doing nothing to help me out. Literally, I teased my hair right here just to give it a little something, and the tease fell out. Like, my hair doesn't even like to be teased. I don't like to be teased either, so I feel ya hair, I feel ya. Welcome to my channel, you guys. Oh man, I just want this hair to look decent. Today I'm gonna be trying out some products that are not necessarily new, but new to me. I have been looking forward to some of these products for a while now, so I'm very excited. Okay, I need to put some makeup on my face, but before we do that, coffee. In my Oh, the Places You'll Go mug. Fun fact, it was one of my favorite books before bed as a child. And I still love that book, and when we have kids, it will be one of the stories I read to my children. So first up, I have a primer. So this is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer, and it says ultra smooth texture and wake up effect with wake up effect. Okay, let your skin instantly healthy glow. Grammatically, the description needs a little help, but that's okay. Visibly pore minimizing for an even skin tone. Use alone or under makeup. Okay, I've seen a bunch of people use this one, but obviously my first time trying it. I have this much. I might have gotten too much. I don't know. But Essence is a pretty crazy affordable brand, which, I mean, I love. Who doesn't love that? I don't usually use like glowy primers just because my skin's pretty oily on its own, so I have the natural glow that most people don't want. I mean, it does give the skin a nice little glow, and I put it under my eyes too. Feel like it brightened things up under there a little bit. I mean, I don't really notice that it minimized my pores. I mean, I might put a tiny bit more on the pore area, T-zone area, which might be a bad idea because then I'm putting extra glow there and I get extra glowy there because it's the T-zone, but that's where my pores need the most minimizing, so we're gonna try it. The smell reminds me of something that I cannot figure out what it reminds me of. It's not the worst smell in the world, but it's not my favorite smell. I don't know if it reminds me of another makeup product or I cannot figure it out. It's not overly smelly though. I mean, I can still smell it a little bit on my face, but it's not bad. But yeah, just looking at it, I mean, I don't know that it really like super minimized my pores or anything like that. Maybe a little tiny bit, especially like right here, maybe a little bit, but I mean, I don't really notice like a major pore minimizing effect or anything, but I do think it looks pretty on the skin. It looks, what is my hair doing back here? What is happening? Hair, what are you doing? Gives it a nice healthy glow, and I think especially if you have dry skin, you would probably really like this if you wanted a nice glow. And it doesn't really feel greasy, I don't think. I guess it feels more like a moisturizer or something on the skin. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Since I am using a primer that I've never used before, I wanted to use a foundation that I already wear and love and know how it looks. So I'm going to be using tried and true L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I have it in the shade 400. Since that primer is a little bit more on the glowy side, I wanted to use it with a foundation that leans a little more on the mattifying side to see if that glow will come through. So that's why I chose the Infallible foundation. I feel like I definitely can see a glow coming through, and this foundation definitely tends to lean a little more. It's not like full matte necessarily. It's a little more satin matte, I guess, but it doesn't usually look this dewy on my skin. So yeah, I think that you can definitely see the primer coming through a little bit. And I only did one layer. I didn't really build up the foundation at all. So, I mean, you can still see some spots and stuff coming through. So, I mean, if I built it up more, I don't know if you could see that much glow coming through. I think I'm going to build it up just a little bit and see, maybe I'll do the sponge this time. Okay, so with that second layer of foundation on, obviously built up some more coverage, covered up more of my redness and everything. And I do feel like I can still see quite a bit of that glow coming through. So that's kind of nice, actually. Apart from the extra glow coming through, I feel like the foundation is performing pretty much the same way it usually does. I'm just gonna pat out some of the creases around my nose. Okay, then I'm just gonna throw on a concealer really quickly. So I'm just gonna use one that I had sitting here on my desk. So I have the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, just the original version. I'm just gonna throw some of this on and I'll be right back. Rude. Just threw concealer all over my shirt. That was rude. I have not used the Camo Concealer in a while, and I forgot how good it is. I mean, you need to use that one more often. So next up we have a loose setting powder that I'm wanting to try because I'm hoping it's a really affordable dupe for something else. So this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Setting Powder. I've heard good things, good things. So actually that comes with a really deep pan for the product to empty into, but this sticker isn't wanting to come up. Okay, so I'm just going in with my normal big fluffy powder brush. Dip-a-roo. I'm gonna swirl it around in the lid. Tap off what I don't need. I think it looks really pretty. This one, upon application anyway, with, you know, a lighter layer and everything, I mean, I don't really feel it on my skin at all. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing powder. So that's really good. I really like that. And then to the touch, I mean, it feels really nice. So next I have bronzer. The bronzer itself, the formula, is not new to me. I've used this one for years, but the shade is new to me and I have been wanting to try this shade for a while, but it's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And obviously, yes, this is a little trial size. I think I found this at Target. They always have trial size things, but I've used the shade Light Bronzer for years and I love it, but I feel like even though it's the lightest shade, and I'm very fair, which is why I purchased this one, I feel like it pulls a little bit orangey on me. And I mean, I don't love that. So I have heard that just the regular bronzer shade is a little bit better, that the tone of it is better. This is the shade Light Bronzer, and this is the shade Bronzer, which is the one I'm trying today. Definitely on the back of my hand, yeah. That one looks a little bit orangier to me. That's what I thought I've been seeing this whole time. So I'm really excited to try this one. Just dip it in there. Ooh, that was dusty. Okay. Oh, I love the butter bronzer scent. Oh, the coconut smell. Might use too much. Whoops. Where's that powder? I might need it. Yeah, I think I like that shade so much better. Just going over it with my powder brush, nothing extra on there, just blending those edges out. Okay, so the bronzer's on and I am not trying out a new blush or highlight, so I'm just gonna apply some that I have already used before and I'll be right back. Okay, so blush and highlighter are on. So I ended up going in with this Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Feisty. And then for highlighter, which I hope I'm saying this correctly, is the Japonesque, is that how you say that? Kumadori Ombre Highlighter. It doesn't necessarily have like a shade name, but it says it's their luxe size ombre highlighter. And it goes from the shade Golden Pearl to Bronze Pearl. I feel so glamorous whenever I use this highlighter. It just feels so fancy. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so beautiful. I love it. Okay, so those are what I use for blush and highlighter. And I forgot, if I had remembered this before I did my blush and highlighter, I would have told you then, but I'm gonna just put on some brow pencil and a little bit of eyeshadow, and I'll be right back. Brows are on, and it is the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the shade 257 Medium Brown. It's pretty much the only brow pencil I use, and I love it. And then for the eyes, so far I have on the Maybelline City Mini palette, and this is the 500, This is the 500 Brooklyn Nudes eyeshadow palette. I have on these two shades right here. This one is my transition shade, and this one is in the crease, and then I have both of them on underneath the eye. So I just kind of put those on as a base, but the real star of the eye look today, at least I'm hoping so, is what I've been wanting to try out for, like, I don't know, when did this product come out? Beginning of 2020? Sometime in 2019? I don't even know. I don't remember. What is time? I don't know. It just captivated me for some reason. I don't know. It's not like there aren't other products out there like this. I just really wanted to try it. This is the Loreal Brilliant Eyes Liquid Eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. But look how pretty it is. Where's the shade on you? On top of the lid, of course. Super obvious. Didn't even see it. So I got the shade 455 Bronze Light. I don't know the exact number of shades. I want to say it's probably around like 10 shades-ish maybe. But I went with a shade that I thought I could probably wear on just like an everyday basis if I wanted a little bit more of like a pop on my eye color, but still keep it really simple. So that's why I went with this bronzy shade. I have not used a liquid shadow in a very long time. Wait, have I ever used a liquid shadow? I've used, obviously, powder. I've used cream eyeshadows. I've used like stick shadows, but I'm trying to think if I've ever actually used a liquid eyeshadow. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on my eyes. I'm just gonna put it on my finger first. Just gonna swipe it all over the lid, because why not? Let's just add a little bit more. Just pat that in with our finger. Okay, I'm assuming you guys can see how sparkly that is. That's beautiful. I really like that. I can't, is it like glitter or is it just shimmery? I honestly cannot tell. They're like little tiny flecks of glitter, like not big chunky glitter. It looks like little teeny tiny flecks of glitter. So it doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna put this on the other side. I'm just gonna apply it with this and then blend it in with my fingers. Stop it. It's so sparkly and pretty. I was trying to just keep it on my lid, keep it contained down here, but I couldn't help it. I had to bring it further up and out and all the things, and it's so pretty. Ooh, what would it look like under the eye? Hold on. I'm going to put a little bit underneath because why not? Just a tiny bit right here. Just on that outer corner right there. I put on a super thin layer, so it's not crazy, but I don't like chunky, glittery highlighters. I don't like glittery eyeshadow. I don't like glitter really at all. I don't like it. But shimmer, I like. This is a little bit of both. So far, I'm already obsessed. Yes. Yes. Okay, I need to move on. Otherwise, I will talk about that forever. The next product I have is a mascara that I know a million people have reviewed this one. A ton of people have tried it. This came out earlier this year, I believe, and I've been wanting to try it. And I finally picked it up, and I'm so excited. This is the L'Oreal Paris Bambi Eye Mascara, and I have it in the shade 401 Black. It says it's supposed to have a wide open eyes effect, an instant eye-opening, volumizing mascara. It's just sleek and pretty. Let's get the close-up mirror for this one. Okay, and then this is what the applicator looks like. It's got silicone bristles, kind of domed in the middle a little bit. Hi, babe.
I love you.
I love you too. So that's one eye done versus obviously the other eye not done. I like that. That's nice. So the top lashes, that's just dipping it in one time. I didn't have to like go back in and dip again to get that much volume. Let me do the other eye real quick. Okay. Mascara's done. So I'll give final thoughts at the end of the video, but I mean, upon applying the mascara, yes, I love this. So I'm gonna go back into my Maybelline City Mini palette and go in with this shade down here, this dark brown, and just add it as a eyeliner. I forgot to do this earlier. So my last product to try tonight, it's this Clinique lipstick. It says it's Clinique Pop Lip Color and Primer. It's interesting. And I have it in the shade 09 Sweet Pop. So it's like a very bright pink. At least I have neutral tones on the rest of my face. I have had this for a few months and have not used it yet and thought I would use it today. Oh man, what is this called? Sweet Pop. Woo! That is pink. That's like Barbie pink, bubblegum pink kinda. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're gonna go in. I'm gonna wipe this off before I accidentally get this on my shirt as well, because I already got concealer on my shirt. Oh man. That is some pink lipstick. Okay. So that is one coat. Actually, I mean, I don't hate it. It's not something I would wear every day by any means, but it's kind of a cute color. It's a bullet lipstick, but it is pretty kind of hydrating and glossy looking, which is kind of nice. I think I'm going to try to blot it and add another layer and see if I can build it up at all, just to see, because might as well. The color is definitely still there. It's not as in your face if you want to blot it first, and it takes away a little bit of that high shine look that it had a minute ago. Okay, I'm gonna go in with another coat. Obviously, putting another coat on added that shine back in there, but I do feel like it built up the lipstick and made it a little bit more opaque. Okay, so final thoughts for the Essence Primer. I liked this one. Initially when I put it on, it just kind of felt like a moisturizer or something. It definitely brought a glow to the face, even with like 2 coats of the foundation and a light layer of powder on top. I feel like there's a slight glow to the skin still, and definitely before I put the powder on my face, when it was just the foundation, I could definitely tell it still had some glow coming through. So, but it wasn't like overpowering, which I don't think I would have liked. So I look forward to trying this one out a little bit more with especially more matte foundations. It does say it's supposed to be healthy glow and pore minimizing effect with this guy. And I didn't really notice much, if any, pore minimizing. It may have helped a little, but I mean, I didn't really notice much of a difference in that side of things, but definitely in the glow side of things I noticed. And then because it says you can wear it under makeup or you can wear it by itself, so I'll be interested to see what it looks like to wear it that way. The Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Setting Powder, I really am enjoying this so far. At least the base products I've had on for like 2.5 hours at this point, because I had to turn off my camera at one point. Obviously it's first impression, so I mean, I haven't worn it all day or anything like that, but for a couple of hours so far, I mean, I am actually really loving the way that this looks on my skin. It still looks really pretty. It went on super easy. It didn't feel cakey, again, with a light layer like I did. I still don't really feel like I have powder on my skin, which is kind of amazing. I don't know if it technically claims to control oil or anything like that necessarily throughout the day, but it does look really pretty and it hasn't caked up at all yet. So I'm interested to try this with a foundation that I know transfers on me and see if it'll hold it in place, because right now, like, it feels, oh my gosh, my skin feels so soft. So far, yes, 2 thumbs up. I really enjoy this. I'm definitely looking forward to wearing this more. Next is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. I'm glad I picked this up. Definitely the light bronzer shade of the Butter Bronzer does pull a little too orange for me, which is the only reason I haven't fully used this up. But I like this shade so much better, and the only reason I haven't gotten the full size of this one is because I just couldn't bring myself to buying the full size version of this shade without having fully used this one up yet. This was a nice little trade-off. This was a thumbs up for me. I love this shade so much better than the light bronzer shade. Okay, moving on. L'Oreal Brilliant Eyes Liquid Shadow. So I really enjoyed this. I mean, it's beautiful. Like I said earlier, I don't usually reach for glittery things. I like shimmer. I don't usually go for like glitter kind of things. And this does have like small flecks of glitter. It's not big and chunky, which I really appreciate. There is a tiny bit of fallout with this, I think. I have a little bit like right here and right here. I mean, it doesn't seem to be like anything crazy, but I'm actually really excited to keep trying this. And I kind of want to try it without any other eyeshadow underneath and just kind of see what it looks like on its own. This one, I'm happy I bought. Mascara, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. You know what I just realized? I never put highlight on my eyes. What is wrong with me? I always put highlight on like my brow bone and everything, and I totally forgot. Hold on a second. Amy, how did you forget something you do every time you do your makeup? Just got excited about the mascara, probably. I mean, that makes a total difference in the way the eye look looks, right? Yeah, it does. Back to the mascara. So far, off of initial first impressions, I love this. It applied really easily and it dried down, not like immediately where you didn't have time to work with it, but it dried down quickly enough that I felt like I wasn't having to sit there and like wait and wait and wait. I felt like it dried down pretty well. It gave a lot of volume, but it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel chunky. It doesn't feel heavy on the lashes. I love a voluminous lash, but I don't like it when the mascara is really heavy and you can feel it on your lashes. I worked with it when I put it on the first time, but I didn't go back in, like dip it in again and go in with another coat and build it up even more. And just doing it that one time, I feel like it gave me a really good lash that I'm really happy with. And it feels very lightweight. I don't feel it on my lashes at all, which I love. Literally the only downside, if you will, about this one is just the brush. That the tip is a little bit bulky and it's just hard to get that tip into those corners of your eye. And it's a little bit tricky for the under eye lashes just because it's a little bit more bulky, but it was fairly easy. I just had to be mindful of that. It'll be interesting to see what this one does or doesn't do once I've worn it for multiple hours or all day or whatever. I'm hoping that this mascara, I end up loving it after like a full day of wearing it. So far, so good. Last but not least, the Clinique lipstick. So you guys, this is some Barbie crazy pink. So it's definitely more of a glossy lipstick, as you can tell. I mean, I can tell I have lipstick on, but it feels really comfortable on the lips. It feels really hydrating so far. I don't really notice that it's like settling in to any kind of lines or anything. But then again, it's more of a hydrating kind of formula, so I feel like those don't do that as much as like a matte lipstick would. You have the ability to blot it and just take away a little bit of that slip and a little bit of that shine. And I feel like it just kind of gives a nice wash of color. I mean, it feels good. It looks pretty. The only thing is you definitely want to take this one with you to reapply throughout the day, because I have a feeling it's not really going to last you through a meal, and it may not really even last you through a cup of coffee. It'll probably come off on your coffee cup. I would just be mindful of that and just keep it in your purse or whatever and just reapply throughout the day. But if you're looking for something that like you don't want to have to reapply, then just don't get this. But it's pretty, and I mean, since I own it, maybe it'll challenge me to wear more really bright lipstick. Okay, so that's everything. If I had to pick a winner, honestly, it's between two. I don't know. It's one of these two. I tried 6 new products today, and these two were the stars of the show. They just were. I'm sure at some point these will show back up in my videos and maybe some updates going on. Well, all right, that is it for me, guys. If you wanna hang out with me outside of YouTube, be sure to find me on Instagram at everyday.amymay. If you'd like to see more first impression kind of videos, more makeup stuff, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and join my family over here. And be sure to ring the bell if you want to be notified every single time I upload. Thank you so much for hanging out on my channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Donezo.